Hey Dramatic, so we just finished episode 13 of Till the End of the Moon, and Dramatic Bestie got some feelings, and she's about to unleash them right now.
I'm sorry, this episode pissed me off because Tianwan woke up and found out that Mingye was married and had been married for the last 3 months. Mm-hmm. And in true mean girl fashion, is starting to try to sabotage their relationship, not recognizing, number one, Mingye does not like her like that, never liked her, and just overstepping her boundaries on so many levels, like not just taking advantage of the fact that like
Sangjo's innocence and gullibility, because of course she's not worldly and stuff, and not prone to meeting truly evil people. Mm-hmm. Of course, like she preyed on that, and of course preyed on Mingyi's insecurities regarding his, relationship with Sangjo, because they were getting along fine, just perfectly fine, and then this crazy bee was just like, "Oh, you got married," and it's like, "Oh, well, chop down the tree that he's getting this fruit from," because to her, for Mingyi, him getting like the literal fruits of Sangjo's labor is a labor of love to him. It's like his love notes and stuff. Because he was up there carrying around that apple or that fruit for how many days?
Yeah, for a minute. And what's crazy, and I think what Taewon doesn't understand is Sangjae didn't do anything different. She was just being herself. Mm-hmm. She took it upon herself to you know what? These fruits look good. I'm thirsty.
Right.
And she was just being her normal, natural self, and that's what made her attractive to Mingye. She didn't, she tried to figure out, his hobbies and things and preferences to kind of get to know him. Mm-hmm. But, all the things that she had done up to that point, like trying to learn archery, trying to learn swordsmanship, because she's like, I want to be, I want to help in some kind of way.
Right.
So, I hate these type of plots where it's like, oh, it's a woman fighting over a man. Mm-hmm. And not only with the dual cultivation thing, that first scene, oh my god, that was so, I was like, woo, I need a
spicy, because I'm saying y'all know that was foreplay, that was a little bit of leading towards,
woo. He's like, hey,
that, because
closer.
Drawing down the shades and them being in a comfortable position. I'm like, this is y'all just need some candlelight. So I'm just saying, I'm that was really, really and of course, you can tell after that he was affected, because he's kind of waiting for her to come to afterwards. No pun intended, but for her to regain consciousness and stuff. But he was just sitting there all stoic, had his shoulder little thrusted out, just are you okay?
And
just,
he didn't want to move, okay. He didn't want to wake her up, so he's just you know what, this is quite nice.
And he was up there smiling lightly to himself, that was unexpected. But I was like,
yep.
When's our next lesson? Were you ready to do this again?
That's the moment that Taewon happened to see them together, and not just oh, they're doing this dual cultivation thing. He's smiling. Mm-hmm. He's actually showing emotion. He's happy.
Which he's never shown with her.
Exactly. It has never had any inclination of that toward her. And so, in true fashion, she's trying to sabotage, and it's okay, well, next time you feel your demonic energy is going up, don't go talking to Mingye. He don't like being bothered. Come talk to me. Mm-hmm. Come see me. Mm-hmm. And, it's it's so funny that they've had all this peace and all this craziness, it's been very chill until she woke up, and all of a sudden, she's not showing up for the dual cultivation session. She's not showing up for their stargazing.
Yes.
And, they have a very straightforward relationship where it's something was wrong. They would go to each other and be this is, don't do that, X,
right.
Y, Z. And when he got her the bow, and we were talking about I wonder how long he stayed outside her room, kind of waiting. Okay,
do I leave it here, or do I breathe with? No, that'll be creepy. Let me go ahead. We can just see him going,
tempted to kind of go in there, but it's oh no, these are part of the rules he set up.
Yes.
And so he's oh wait, I have to be respectful. I told her I wouldn't go in her bedroom, so I'm just gonna put this here, and I'm just gonna hide behind a corner and see if she likes it.
It's okay, right. And so I'm and the bow was slamming. That was like such an awesome present, and I love the reciprocal love that they give to each other. It's like, thank you for doing this for me, and I want to do stargazing here. So it's not just her like chasing down his wants and needs, like you had said, or likes and dislikes. It was also like, let me show you also something that I appreciate, to where we can enjoy it together.
There's like that term called like emotional bids, when you want your significant other to like take part in something or recognize something, like, oh look, there's this bird outside.
Yes.
And it's kind of like this bid to, hey, join in this thing with me. I know that might not be your thing, but I saw something special I want to share with you.
That's important to me and intriguing to me, and just want to express that. And I get that.
It's a way of developing that like closeness and you know, showing interest in one another, even if you don't understand it. It's like, I never really did stargazing before. I've never had any of the fruits on the trees. They've just been there forever.
Right.
I just never tried one. You see them organically come together. Like, there's no manipulating. There's no underhanded scheming. It's just them naturally drawing themselves together just by virtue of their personalities and opening each other up. Like, you know, she taught him about the fruits and the trees. He's teaching her about her swordsmanship and archery skills.
Yes.
And that's giving them quality time to spend together, but they're engaging in activities that they both enjoy and teaching each other about one another. So when Talon comes up and she's starting shit, and then the scene with the pool with like trying to drain the demonic energy, and you come to find out she had someone from the Yan tribe killed for this water so she could like sabotage. And I'm like, so not only are you intruding on someone else's marriage, you don't respect that, but you are killing people
for the sake of your own means.
And it's like the servant was talking about, we covered our tracks so they can't get to us, blah, blah, blah. And watching this girl suffer, and the whole time I was thinking, watch her push, you know.
like her down there,
and it just... And there was one point where she did kind of like, no, you got to stay in there. And I'm like, you are...
And then you find out also, like, she had acted her way through the pain of all that, because she had said that no devil or God can endure the root water at all. And so you saw how red her hand was, because she pretended that, you know...
gaslighting her. Like, oh, yeah, it doesn't hurt me. I don't know. You just gotta,
you just gotta endure it.
With it, and because Gianna is such a sweet person to you, I'm sorry if I got her name wrong, but she's willing to endure it because she does not want to bother Mingay. She doesn't want to feel like she's, you know, intruding on him. He's busy. You know, wars are breaking out again, and I understand where she's coming from, because up until that point, everybody had been so nice and kind. Like, even all the servants, they're all just like, they're on her side, and they respect her. I don't think she saw that moment where, when they first had arrived down to the clan territory, and she slapped a hand away. I don't think it registered at that point why that was happening, why she did that. But
because, like, how would she? Because this is the first time she ever fell in love with somebody and ever had to deal with jealousy, but she doesn't recognize any of that. And
they were in a panic state, and you know, it was like they were dealing with a stranger that they didn't know,
right? And
so it's watching her go through that pain of being in the pool with the water and suffering through that, and she's not happy, and I'm just like, how can you sit there and watch this? She has done nothing wrong.
Because she doesn't care. She doesn't care about anyone else but her own means. And we already got the foreboding. And I think we forgot to mention that, you know, there's snake imagery on her. So she was already going to be a snake in the grass from jump. You know, there's a snake on her wrist and a snake in her headpiece. So, like, she is practically the snake on their tree of life. That's what she is. So she slithered into their garden to mess up things. She destroyed their paradise, their Eden. Yeah. And so, which is like the most frustrating thing, because I'm like, everything would be cured if y'all would just go ahead and just talk and confirm, like, something don't ring right. But of course, like, with her unfortunately being the ignorant, quote unquote, country bumpkin, person who is not worldly
Mm-hmm.
could not see this coming a mile away. And
Very
unfortunately, I think it's just going to like head to catastrophic means.
Yeah, I think so too. And especially when Mingy threatened to just leave and be like, well, I'm going to take my wife and go live somewhere else. And she's like, well, but you're the god of war. How are you going to leave when this is your home and blah, blah, blah.
I'm like, the god of war can have a summer home. Like, let's go somewhere else.
Right. Like, you know, this is not permanent. There's other realms. Like, I don't have to be here.
I'm like, I saw a house right down there that's available for sale. Like, I'm cool to go anywhere else as long as we're going to be happy, because I don't want to, this is your home. This has been your home longer than it has been mine, because he inherited this from her father.
Exactly.
And so it's just like, you are a part of my responsibility, but you're not the rent I need to pay for this house. So I need to go ahead and just bounce somewhere else.
I can leave. Because he doesn't really have a lot of attachments to things anyway. So he could pack up and just deuces.
Right.
Like, I don't, you know, as long as I'm with her, I don't care where I am.
Right.
But, you know, they had this nice little honeymoon paradise phase until she woke up, and now everything's chaotic. And I hated the part where he's waiting to meet up with her for the dual cultivation, and he's like, oh, you finally came, and only to turn around and see her.
And I'm like, and she couldn't even fix her face for that moment, because it's like, oh, you weren't expecting me. I'm like, well, duh, woman, yes,
I'm married, ho.
Yes, like how else do you want me to? It's like, I didn't like your touch even before I met her. Right. It's like, because it's almost like he could feel just the sliminess, like, of her touch.
He keeps having to adjust. Like, every time she touches him,
she's like, get off of me.
Yeah, and you could tell he's not comfortable in the fact that she's not respecting his boundaries. She's not respecting his marriage, or even any of the decisions he's making regarding this marriage. It's like, you think that you belong by his side, but you can't even love him enough to respect his wishes. Like, I get that you're upset and that you're sad, but if you truly loved him, you would want him to be happy and feel comfortable with that and find whatever purpose outside of him.
Right.
And I think that's part of the problem. Like, girl, I need you to get some hobbies, get a life other than killing people and trying to sabotage.
I'm telling you, she reminds me of that girl from before we got married. Not quite as like
you
evil.
You promised my father that you would take care of me. You promised.
For 110 years. I mean, it was 10 years on the other drama, but I'm like, it still has that same like for like. But even that other girl wasn't quite as deviously evil as this girl
obviously evil. Like, that's what kills me.
I'm like, she's not even hiding it.
She's not hiding it. And the fact that Mingy is not picking up like, you know what, things were fine until you showed up. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, my wife is missing. She's not showing up to our dates. She's not doing her archery. What happened? What did you say to her? Mm-hmm. And I cannot wait for her to get her comeuppance, because I'm like, bitch. Mm-hmm. I don't mind women being villain characters in some type of regard, but it's like, at least make them a villain that is a worthwhile villain. Like, there has to be something beyond, I just want this man.
Right.
Like, maybe there's something about him that serves a higher purpose that she's trying to aspire to or something. But
to me, it just seems like long story short, selfish. I need him for my own means, because I mean, she has said it in last episodes, like, if he dies, what will happen to me? That's like all she is concerned about. Mm-hmm. Like, to hell with anyone else regarding anybody's livelihood or anything like that. I need that to go into that man for him to survive, to help me out.
It's about possession. It's not love, because true love would require you to sacrifice something. You know, maybe you can't be with him, but you want to support him. You want him to be happy. You're happy that he's safe. And she can't even give him the peace that he needs to do. Because I'm like, she's
always up under him. And he's just like, get away from me.
Clinging. And he keeps telling her, like, get off of me.
Right.
I'm not. And he's been so subtle about it for the most part.
Respectably
just
telling herself.
Remove her arm, remove her hands. But it's like, I need him to go off on her. And especially once he find out what she did and the people that she's harmed I cannot wait for her to finally get what her due is. But one thing we were talking about, because we haven't seen the brother in a while, and the brother was like, that's when he put in the idea about the dual cultivation. Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm surprised he hadn't done it already. He's been leaving you and neglecting you. She's like, no, we're good now.
Because he was about to march. He's like, I'm about to go talk to him right now. She's like, no. It's not that way, really.
But we were, kind of discussing about, whether brother would kind of help intervene to keep Taiwan. And like...
That's the thing. I was like, because like it seems like they're... they're already fated and destined in some way and entwined. So I'm like, I am not sure if they're like, because like to me, like it wouldn't be anything that would be, of course, at all lasting. I just think that Tianwan would use him as a means to an end for her end goal, which is to get rid of Songzhou, and then also end up with Mingyi. I think that's like what her ultimate goal might be if he comes into play underneath her umbrella. She'll manipulate him in the way to achieve those means. Or if it's not like being like, manipulating him romantically, at least misguiding him like she has these two. Yeah. So I'm like, it's just gonna be so messy because like we already know that something is gonna end up to where Mingyi as the current sleeping dragon with this clamshell, that something is going to happen.
Something bad happen. Yeah. But I'm ready for her to get her divine punishment, because not only is she intervening in all of this and messing with one of the most important gods that is needed for, keeping the world peaceful and shit.
Because I'm like, what if he went into that pool? Then what is she going to do?
Exactly. Anybody could have walked in there.
She never thinks about it.
She doesn't.
Unless he's one of those things where, like, I've never even used these pools in the last 5,000 years. I'm like, whatever, bro. But I don't know. It's so
her killing innocents and, people for her own selfish ends. I'm like, oh no, she's going to get some type of retribution. I don't know what it's going to be, but I cannot wait to see it happen.
Now I can see why a lot of people I had seen on the group, they were just like, posted a character you couldn't stand, and it was this iteration of Bing Chang. I'm like, yeah, because this girl was blatantly evil from the get-go, but then again, we already knew because of the imagery that was on her. Yeah. She's literally the snake in the grass, their snake in their Eden. Because it's ironic that over a fruit tree that looks like an apple, that all that stuff got cut down. I'm like, that is not lost on anything.
And it's been paradise since they've been there. Mm-hmm. It's been peaceful and calm, and everyone's happy, and they're slowly coming together. And, and love is blooming between them. And
because now with all of that, with her coming in here and saying all these things, the innocents are starting to be lost. Yeah. And so I know what's coming to her. I already know. Yeah. But I'm just sitting here like, I need this to happen in episode 14, because I'm like, it's like I can't take the additional suffering, because now that the dual cultivation is not happening anymore, we know that because of this, Songzhou's powers are just going to start becoming out of control to where she will start veering into devil territory. Yeah. That is such a cruel thing, because I'm like, she gave up so much for being so selfless. Yeah. And this is the reward she's getting from this crazy.
And I think that's what's so sad about it, because if the situation were reversed, Tianwan would not do the same.
100%.
She would not do the same.
The only thing she will sacrifice the entire world is to save that man, but to save that man for herself. It's not to save the world. So yeah, she said like he's the god of war. He has to, but I'm like, but he's the god of war. But it happens to be a person that you actually want to have, not to save the world, because the world he's saving also includes the clan people that you're screwing over. Yeah. So,
and mind you, like, you brought all of this calamity in the first place by stealing the crystal. Mm-hmm. So you caused all this to happen. You're the reason why they're together. Right. And you're going to be the reason why shit falls apart, because you can't get past your own selfishness and recognize, hey, he's just not that into you, sis. Like,
and he never will be. You've been like slowly tilling on this for thousands of years. Maybe it's not in your best interest. Why don't you go and swipe right on like whatever Gods R Us
dating app you got? Go find something to do.
Please go bake. Go bake. Do something else. Go or be useful. Or do something that useful like for the war. Go start a soup kitchen for all your soldiers that are getting slaughtered. Do something. I don't know.
Yeah, make some potions for all the soldiers and healing and something useful that might help him in battle instead of, oh wait, he's married.
So it's also with all of that too. What all potions is she making from him? I think a lot of it is like, emotional manipulation or something along those lines, some kind of like love potion. She tried and he was just like, oh, that's nice. Leave it right there. I'm like, did you even touch the other one she ever made in life? And you're just like, okay, that's nice.
That's cute. Thank you.
That's cute, but no, thank you.
Like when little kids like they hand you something that they made, you're like, oh, that's nice. And like, you're like, is that a dog or is it a truck?
It's trucker or a truckocopter.
I
don't
know.
It's
a ghost. I'm like, well, okay, all right. I'm gonna take your word for it. Good job.
Imagination. It's like that goes beyond me, but yeah, 13 is right on. I thought we got like a lot of romantic moments and beats and them coming together, but man, that 13 really showed up at the end of her just ruining everybody's mood. I already know it's gonna be worse. I already know. Yeah. But I guess like, what is your projection for episode 14?
More misery, more self-sacrificing on her part, and them like growing this chasm between them and feeling unable to control her demonic energy. I feel so bad because I'm like, this girl's gonna suffer for just being herself, just for being a good person.
Or just for loving someone too, like selflessly loving someone and wanting the best for them and wanting to protect them. And this is what she gets all because this crazy bee doesn't know how to let go. Yeah. I'm just like, that is your daddy's fault.
Toxic foolishness.
100%. And oh my gosh. Okay, so other foot drop. She is this version of Yishu. That's exactly who she is. So it's like, this is like the reverse, this is the other side of it to where St. Joe is I wouldn't necessarily call her that she was the Bing Chong equivalent because like the fighting and stuff like that was not, but still a very selfless, kind character. But of course, that was earnestly meant for Song Joe. We're not sure about Bing Chong yet because she's still showing a lot of her selfish traits in this iteration of her anyway. But now we're just going to have to like evolve and just watch and see what all this is going to evolve. I'm like, but I hope there's still like some like moments of like sunshine and sorry, that's my dog. So some moments of sunshine here and there that will peak amongst all these gloomy clouds that we have coming up. So this is a heavy one.
Yeah, I have a feeling Brother's going to get involved somehow, and that's going to add to the chaos. So I guess we'll see what happens next. On 14?
On 14, we're going to be marching on to 14, and we will let you know our thoughts.